High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Top 5 cars as things stand: Leclerc, Norris, Bortoletto, Doohan and Pierce. Okay, conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes at least. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. And we've dropped to P18. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:41.4. And just behind us are Leclerc, Webber and Russell.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Nico Hulkenberg lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Webber, Russell, Joshua Pierce and Albon, Verstappen, Lawson, Aaron and Lance Stroll, Doohan, Pepe Marti, Zane Maloney and Piastri, Sainz, Antonelli, Lando Norris and Yuki Tsunoda, Behrman, Ocon, Bortoletto and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant David.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
We're still in with a chance of winning this title. We need you to push as hard as you can in the 5 remaining races. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are, fastest lap at the moment, 1:41.5. Verstappen, Russell, Albon, Norris and Lawson. I'm afraid we've dropped to P22. P22. Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Welcome to this visit to the Ardennes countryside. Spa-Francorchamps hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925, and this historic track is loved by drivers and fans alike. And us here in the commentary box too. So it's a warm welcome from the Belgian Grand Prix. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track's a great one for fans of pure speed, and the average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles per hour. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Nico Hulkenberg lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Albon, Russell, Ollie Bearman, and Lawson, Sainz, Norris, Stroll, and Mark Webber, Piastri, Gasly, Charles Leclerc, and Ocon, Tsunoda, Antonelli, Jack Doohan, Pierce, Aaron, Bortoletto, Maloney, and Pepe Marti rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Okay, that's not an ideal placement in your grid slot. You're going to need a good launch at the race start. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Russell's ahead of you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just one lap old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap, 1 minute 47.6. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 9th place. And the time last lap, 1:52.6. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. You've lost some time to the car behind. Okay, there's a fault with the DRS. You will not be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out for now. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. Gap to your teammate behind, 31.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 15th. Time last lap, 1 minute 48.7. Pit now now, pit now. You're in first position, front of the pack. Verstappen behind you now. They're on old mediums. Your pit window is open, pit window currently open. 13 laps to go. Okay, there seems to have been a problem removing the left rear wheel. We need to try and put that behind us, and let's finish the race as strong as possible. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. P3, you're currently in P3. Albon just ahead, push for that position. They're on old mediums. Stroll behind. They're on old mediums. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 12 laps to go. Gap to the next car is around 3 seconds. Liam's coming in for his stop now. Tyre condition still looking good. Leading the pack, that's P1, and Verstappen's behind. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in 15th. Time last lap, 1 minute 47.8. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Nice work, gents. Nice work.
Nico Hulkenberg sees the checkered flag and can now say, in Formula One, I'm a winner.
And as we get closer to the end of this year's championship, Crofty, every race that you put together well now really sets you up for crossing the finish line in the championship in the best possible position. It's moments like this right now that really matter.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. And the top step awaits for Nico Hulkenberg. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment. Thanks.
Boss, we've reached a major turning point for the team.
Just a heads up, remember to give both drivers upgrades when you can. It'll improve our chances and keep everyone happy. Remember, you need to assign upgrades to both of our drivers to ensure that both are in a competitive car and that no one gets their nose out of joint.
A sponsor sees potential in us and wants to explore a partnership.
We have something for you to look at, please. Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment. Thanks.